Every story has an ending. Does our quest to play the top 100 courses in 10 years have a good ending? I'm Nish.
I'm Jim.
And we're here to guide you through this golfing journey. This is the Top 110 Golf Podcast. Episode 20, Menace to Society. A young street hustler attempts to escape the rigours and temptations of the ghetto in a quest for a better life. After a visit to a local shop goes wrong, his life begins to unravel as he's dragged into a life he doesn't want to lead. He went by many names: Andrew, Andy, Gumar, Phil Schofield, and of course the £5 man. So we've got him here as a special guest today. Andy.
Evening all. Evening everyone out there, if anyone actually listens to this.
Nobody listens.
Okay.
It's just me on repeat.
Just us,
Yeah.
some introduction, that by the way.
It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went with the title first, and then I realised I had no idea what Menace to Society was all about.
Sounds a bit sinister.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I thought it was about me for a second.
Like Googling the plot. No, I'm going to fit this in. It doesn't fit in, but anyway, whatever. I've got the title. Now, Andy's here for a very specific reason, Jim. Right? He's got a really important function to perform in our journey generally.
Is this turning into an OnlyFans thing?
Listen, everyone's got to branch out.
Yeah, everyone needs to make money somehow, Jim.
You need a second stream of income, side hustle. But before all of that, we're going to get to find out a bit about Andy and his golf, I think. So,
Oh dear. This won't take long.
well, we have had the fortune, would you call it, of playing golf with you quite frequently.
Yeah.
Test the extremities of the golf course.
I certainly get value for money.
I mean, you're in my phone as Aquaman Andy. Got a propensity to find water on the golf course. But tell us about your golfing journey, Andy.
So, it started when I was sort of 14 or 15 at the local golf club. I became a junior member and played a couple of seasons there, but then it started clashing with cricket.
Right.
As people who know me might know, I do enjoy a game of cricket on a Saturday afternoon. So one thing I had to give, and that was golf. So played cricket, sort of left golf for a long while. And then, as you do when you're at a certain age, you just start picking up the clubs again and getting out there. And then from there, it's just been running societies at the cricket club and then playing with you guys, playing with other friends. So yeah, just social golf really.
There's no other friends, are there?
No, mate.
No.
Just a one ball.
What? Which we also have established. They have no rights to the golf course. You said your local course. Which one was that?
So that's Duckingfield.
Duckingfield, yeah.
So
That's a nice course.
Yeah, when I played there, it was very different to it is now. They sold a lot of land, and as part of the development, they developed a load more holes. But yeah, you've played it. I think it was roasting when we played it. Do you remember?
Every time I've played, it's been red hot.
Yeah, and it's a decent course for the value. You can get on for like 20 quid. And
That first tee cracks me up because it's a really wide open fairway, isn't it? The first one. Pretty much never hit it.
I don't think I ever have.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it should just be not an intimidating tee shot in any way, shape or form. Stick an iron up there, whatever. Always either the trees on the left or the bushes on the right. It's just like, nah, I don't know what it is. Wide open fairway.
New clubs now, Nish.
Yeah.
All going straight.
It went,
It
went
some
well.
new clubs.
Yeah, I got some new bats. They're behind me. Yeah. When they got fitted up. Went
Oh,
to
yeah.
the gym.
Trafford Centre job.
No. We don't swear on this podcast now. Saying American golf.
Why have
Awful.
they dished you? So they're not.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't follow me when I
Yeah.
followed them.
No bitterness then.
But yeah, no bitterness at all. Well, what happened was Chris went and got fitted up for a driver, and he was like, "It's awesome." I was like, "Well, what's so good about it?" So it's a place called Clubhouse Golf in Warrington. He
Alright.
was like, "What's so good about it?" He was like, "They had every single driver. They're not particularly brand specific. They're like, we're trying to push for a particular one." But he said they had like 100 different shaft combinations and all different grip combinations and all that kind of thing. So he spent an hour there and they did everything, analysed absolutely everything. They use GC quads to analyse your swing as well, which is like, that's what the pros use for theirs. They put little dots on the so it's really, really accurate.
So has this made you any
So-
better?
Well,
We said that,
in theory,
the ball following is accurate.
Yeah, analyse you to
We
death.
Well, it's
Well,
you.
don't make you any better.
my problem was I kept blocking everything out to the right, and the guy was like, "I think I know why it is, but just hit a few." And he was like, "Just tell me a little bit about what's going on and whatever." And he was like, "What you need is a stiffer shaft," is what he
Oh.
said.
Cheeky.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
It's a heavier, stiffer shaft.
Don't we all?
And apparently it just with my swing mechanics, that's all it was. So he went, right, all you need to do is just don't change how you swing the golf club. I'll fit the club around you. I was
I
like,
suppose that's how
okay.
it works these days, because you go for a lesson and they try and change your swing.
Yeah,
And because you've been doing it so badly for the last 30 years, it doesn't work.
no, you're just used to doing it, aren't you?
And you just default back to normal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can get the clubs that fit round your swing, if you like, that's the way to go.
And we don't play often enough to bed something new in. That's the problem. Like if you're playing,
Yeah.
even if you're playing twice a week. So if you're like an older side boy playing at a golf club, you probably can do that. You can bed it in, can't you? But we don't get that opportunity.
Do they do anything for a massive slice?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably certain limitations to that.
I think you need Paul Daniels for that.
Do you do floating golf balls? I think you'll do well with those. So yeah, but what happened was it went from being blocked outright to everything was centre or just drawing to the left. So I was like,
So that's
I could work with that. Yeah, and it on the sim, it's still all right. The first live test
Have you used them yet?
didn't.
Live?
Yeah, me and Jim did. That didn't go too well, did it?
No.
There was the
That's
odd,
like understatement.
yeah, there was the odd flash of golf in there, wasn't there? But I think generally speaking, it was us just. In fact, we'd have gone around quicker if we just rolled the ball with our hands and just when it picked it up and then just did it again.
Foot golf.
It
try
was pretty torturous, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was a bit demoralised, let's say, but
Did you get some new sticks as well?
yeah.
Ooh.
It was a great experience.
2 for 1.
no, definitely not. But no, it was. I've never had golf clubs with
No,
before
neither
either,
have I.
so,
I think
yeah,
maybe that's the
mine was
way
off
forward.
shelf. Mine was just off the shelf the last time I bought.
If you do, mate, and actually anybody listening, if you do, honestly,
I think it's a
fucking
well
American
trodden.
golf, like clubhouse golf. If you're in the northwest anyway, it's worth the trip.
It's a well trodden path that when you start coming towards the end of your cricket career, you start
Get into
playing
golf.
golf because
Yeah.
it's very rarely that you find a wife who's tolerant of both, because it's just so time consuming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
maybe
suppose
it's
imagine
something I look at.
every Saturday and every Sunday. You're
Sunday, Saturday cricket, Sunday golf. Imagine that.
Depends on your relationship, doesn't it? Really.
Oh, might be bliss.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone now. It's gone for that. Do you not fancy playing midweek as well? But yeah, it was amazing fitting experience.
I think the problem I suffer from is that I don't actually know how far I can hit the clubs I've got.
Yeah.
So how far do I hit my 9-iron? How far do I hit my 7-iron? I've got no concept of that at the moment.
I think there's a complete, you get a new set of sticks. It's a complete recalibration.
Yeah.
And it is definitely the way you hit. Because I mean, they're trying to obviously cater select the golf clubs that are right for your swing. But then I was consciously adjusting to take account of the fact that I went these clubs and the shaft's half an inch longer.
Jim's had to be lengthened.
Oh, is that because he's got
it's
taller
too
arms?
short.
Belly's got bigger.
I've got no idea, but yeah. But it was funny because he was like, say, stand further back. And he was like, okay, then they gave me the longer shaft, and then he was like, stand further back still, sort of thing. And like,
See, I was under the impression they're all the same length.
yeah, I didn't know.
Clubs,
I didn't
so-
know you could adjust that.
So
So yeah, but it's great if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Or you want to do that.
yeah, I'll have a
They're
look.
the place to go. Like, I wouldn't go anywhere else now. What's like your earliest golfing memory or your favourite golfing memory, Andy?
Let's go with favourite.
Okay.
So, as part of the cricket club, we used to do it like a society weekend down in Rugby. So it was like one of these hotel stroke golf packages. Par 3 there, 175 yards. Green was below the tee box by about 20 metres. So it was
Right, good drop.
yeah, good drop, and surrounded by reeds and ponds, and so inevitably, what happened with my first shot? Straight in the drink. Teed up number 3, bang straight in the hole to save time.
Oh, mate.
Hole in 3.
Brilliant.
And I didn't have to buy anyone a drink.
And you had to buy everyone a drink.
Results.
Yeah, and everyone's there to see it as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
full on, fully witnessed.
What a pass.
That's probably the best way to
Yeah.
do a hole in one, isn't it? Oh, I like that. I like that. Sounds like me in a challenge hole, doesn't it? Nothing goes wrong the first tee shot, and then after it's.
I mean, I was pretty resigned to the fact that my third ball was going in the drink as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was quite an amazing shot when it just dribbled into the hole.
Amazing. I love that. Yeah, good memory, mate. Good memory. All right, have you played any of the top 100 so far? If so, where and what was it like? If not, where would you start?
I'll be honest, I've not even looked at the list. So...
Were you the one who was asking questions about this as well?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's on the website.
Oh, there's a website. I think the best course I've played is it Dunham Forest in Altrincham?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So they run a golf society at work as well, which is quite a decent society, and they play some courses, and I just turned out there once.
Yeah.
That is narrow.
Is it?
I mean, I know I like to spray it around a bit.
Yeah, but that was that.
Wow.
Brutal, is it?
Yeah. So I didn't go back to that society.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Soppy Dog will do all right there, wouldn't he? Because my mate Sop is just... He's irons off the tee.
Oh, yeah. 7 iron.
Yeah, the Iron Man, that's it. He just never takes his driver with him. So
It's steady though, like you see the old boys playing,
that's
and
what
they're
they do.
like 100 yards, 7 iron off the tee. Second shot, 100 yards, they're on the green for 3, and they've only hit like 3 7 irons.
Yeah, whereas we're trying
And
to
you're spraying it all
blitz it. Yeah,
like
yeah,
a Tommy gun.
yeah. He's funny though. Something like nothing about his swing seems to would work, but it just somehow at that moment of impact, just everything clicks, and then it all collapses again. It's just that. Why is it that little moment in time? He gets it perfect.
I think it's at our standard. There's always one part of your game in one round that's going to let you down. So like you could be amazing off the tee, amazing to the green, and then your putting's absolutely shite. Or you could struggle.
You could or not chip. You can't chip.
Within 100 yards of the green,
that's
just
it.
duffing everything.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
There's always something, isn't
the
there?
sooner
There's
you
got one
accept
that-
that, the better your round's going to be. You start getting frustrated with yourself. It's
Wasn't
just,
expecting that. Yeah, sage advice. That's what's going
mate,
on.
I don't know. It just came to me in a moment of clarity.
Yeah, when he said that there's only one part of your game that kind of thinks about.
At least one, shall we say?
Yeah, for me anyway.
Yeah, one at a time.
It's
That's what you're doing, aren't you?
It's when you start having to get the Donnays out of your bag and you
Oh,
know you're
yes.
having a bad round.
We got Molotov sticking. Right, everyone, I'm playing with a Top Flight XL. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh dear, oh dear.
Start off with a Pro V1 and by the third hole you're on it.
Top Flight reminds me actually. So when Tom, who designs all of our artwork, when Tom was doing the logo, he sent the initial logo through, and I was like, I'm not really sure I like the font. Can I change it? So the logo with the golf ball on it. I was like, can I change the font? He was like, oh no, it's all right. I'll just model it after the Top Flight logo. I was like, I do not want Top Flight logo on the pilot. What's wrong with that?
Got to set a benchmark, and that is not the benchmark.
Yeah, go Titleist, still Callaway. I'll do that, but yeah, not Top Flight. Slazenger. Do they still do golf gear, Slazenger?
I think they do, yeah. Sports Direct's your place, isn't it, for that sort of stuff?
I've still got my 2-iron that I learned to play on. I'll bring it in one day. I think it's still in there. It's in the lockup somewhere. That's an intimidating looking golf club.
That is.
Well, when you're coming out, you're going to
Yeah, but then when you hit it on a cold day.
Oh yeah, it hurts your hands.
Bang.
Yeah, I mean there's no shock absorbing technology in any of that. But if you catch it just right, it feels so sweet to hit.
But how many times out of 100 do you do that?
I mean, to be fair, for the size of the club head, the sweet spot's pretty big, I think. Just that the club head is tiny. It just looks like
it's all straight as well.
thinnest line behind the golf ball. It's weird. Right, well, Andy, you're here actually for a very specific purpose, which I mentioned before, and that is to help us run our society that we're going to set up. So, you've alluded to it before, but what experience have you got of running a society?
So, obviously, cricket link again, and a lot of crossover there between people playing cricket and people playing golf and generally liking to do it. So we decided to set up a society at the cricket club, which is basically a day at a golf club. And we used to run it where it was 9 holes in the morning, then a bit of a dinner, and then 18 in the afternoon, prizes for the winners, handicaps set. It was just a chance for everyone with different golfing abilities to get together and have a day out, basically, a decent-ish course.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, you had some varying abilities.
Yeah.
So you had lads who were playing off like single figures, but you had lads who were up to like 30. But
And as I say, they pointed that lads are single figures to me.
Yeah.
Just for the conscious, mate.
Oh, way around.
Well, like, what happens on the day? Like, what's the? Because it's a everybody playing in societies, and some people solely play in society.
Yeah.
They're not members anywhere. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Like, what does a society day look like then?
So you rock up in the morning, have a brew, and everyone gets together in the clubhouse. You get drawn out. It depends on how many people have signed up. So ideally, you want the right numbers for, say, 3 balls or 4 balls.
Yeah.
So you're drawn out with people who you're playing with, and a lot of people obviously don't have an handicap. So you ask people to be quite honest. You don't want someone who's off 2 playing off 16 and just creaming everything.
Yeah.
Similarly, you don't want someone off 16 getting punished and going down to 10. So it's kind of a degree of honesty is required.
Yeah.
And you'll match people up, swap cards, and then it's just the first one's in the morning and 9 holes.
Right.
So it'll be like Stableford.
Right.
So I'm assuming everyone knows how Stableford works.
Don't assume, but
Assumption is the mother of all.
Yeah, what is the phrase?
Fuck ups.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That can't be the phrase, can it?
I don't know, I've just made it up.
So it's still when you assume you're making ass of you and me.
Yeah.
So Stableford, each hole is attributed a par, obviously, as there are in golf. And dependent on what your handicap is, depends on how many shots you get on that hole, and then depends on how many points you get.
Yeah.
So for instance...
You get 2 per par, don't you?
So if you were playing a par 4 on the first and you're off 18, which is simple to work out, you get 1 shot on every hole.
Yeah, so your par is 5 on that hole.
Yeah, so it'd be 5 for...
5 for 2, you hear that, don't you?
Yeah.
5 for 2.
6
So
for
what's happened there? 5 for what? Is this some kind of like
horse race
working out change or something in the shop?
So
it's
5
like,
for 2.
You scored 5 for 2 points.
And then obviously your points add up.
Yeah.
Over the 9 holes, most points wins.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're playing off...
So that's where that's important then, aren't they? Because
and it also goes on stroke index as well.
Yeah.
For
like which
do you still use the proper stroke? What's this handicap? The new
system.
Yeah.
I think that still does that.
The stroke index is for the hole in it, how hard
for the hole,
it is.
yes. What they've now got is, so the new system is, which has been controversial, but you've not got a fixed handicap or a course handicap now.
Yes, so it relates to how hard the course is.
Yeah, so like some of the places that me and Chris have been playing, I think it was Moortown, SNA bumped up my handicap by 3 strokes. So it was like, okay, that says it's pretty tough. But the only thing I don't know with that is, that's fine, isn't it? Because that means the existing stroke index can stay in place. Otherwise, you've got to potentially rejig that, haven't you? So I think it's just, that means everybody can then play off that.
Yeah, so your handicap as it stands, you go and look at their board.
Yeah.
Relate yours
That's
to their board, and it'll correspond to...
it will say, if your handicap is in this range, your adjusted handicap is this now. Which I understand, because Chris didn't know about the new system.
Yeah.
And I understood what he was saying, actually. So he was like, but isn't that just the same, though? Because all you're doing is you're bumping everybody up by 3, right? So if you're bumping everybody up by 3, just keep it where it is.
Mm.
But then I don't know if it's because they're saying, well, actually, some courses are rock hard.
Yeah.
And then some are actually quite easy to play, so that's adjusting for that. But then, if you're playing someone, I'm 18.3, I think it is now. So 18.3, you could probably describe as a competent golfer, right? So you ain't really going to suddenly become a 14, 15. Might have a really good round one day, but that's a flash in the pan, really. you're probably more likely to shoot something 18 over to 23 over, really. But if they took that off your handicap, I mean, that's like pressure on straight away, isn't it? So it seems
Imagine though that you only played at the rock golf courses and your handicap was say 20, but compared to you might be 18.3, and you go into a tournament and a course that you've never played before.
Yeah.
That other person might be able to have an advantage.
I'm sure it must have been worked out by people because
some boffins somewhere. Yeah. I think it's a bit weird. I mean, I think primarily their first drive with the new system was to enable everybody to get a handicap, because that was tricky. Well, it wasn't tricky really. If you remember a club, you need 3 signed cards.
But that's the thing with a society, that not everybody has a handicap.
Correct, yeah, because you're not a member of a club necessarily.
So you're kind of putting a finger in the wind, really, sometimes.
That's what caused the problem at Issue Invitational last year. So obviously you weren't party to all of this, Jim, but
was people
handicaps
taking too high?
That was, well, if anybody gets, I was the person that knew everybody's ability roughly.
Yeah.
So it was like, right, you're playing off this, you're playing off this, you're playing off this. So
I
was getting Chris. Chris is good. Dan Roberts is good. Dan Roberts gets a name check every episode, doesn't he? I was talking to him about this in the pub on Sunday. He's like, I get mentioned a lot. I was like, yeah, you do. I don't know why, it just comes up all the time. But they're both good. And so I was like, you're playing off 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. So it was like, oh, I've not played for 20 years or whatever. You know, the same.
No, it has to be all relative with the people you play against.
Relative to the people you played against. So then it as we were adjusted up, we get to so I've got a handicap. Mine is 18. I was like, so I'm playing off 18. Like, no way you played off 18. You shot a 79 here and an 80 whatever there. I was like, yeah, that's fine. But also, what was the par of that course? If it's 71, that's 18 over. You know, whatever it is. So anyway, I then put mine down to the same level. I had to bring Chris and Dan up to 14, I think it was. And I went down to 14. I was like, I'm on to a loser straight away. But you just cracked you up, because you just like, oh, you put me at 32 or whatever. He's like, oh my God, the last time I had a beat 100 was like 8 years ago. And like, no, mine should be higher. I was like, I'm not giving you more than 30 strokes. Yeah. 32 strokes on it.
We used to set like the limit is 30. So no matter how bad you are, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's fair, isn't it? Because that's hovering you around 100, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's a reasonable target for most people to go for. Yeah.
Why look at me like that?
No. My next question actually is, what's the biggest challenge in running a sense? But I think I just answered the question.
It's just people. And
people, yeah.
And so that was the morning, the 9, and then in the afternoon we'd do. So you'd say you were out in a 4-ball, Stableford again.
Yeah.
But on the first 6 holes, the best 2 scores would count. So everyone's marking their own card, but you're marking as a team as well. So it'd be on the first 6 holes, the best 2 scores count. On the next 6, it'd be the best 3 scores. And on the last 6, it'd be everybody's score counts, still Stableford.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So everyone's in play on the last 6.
Yeah.
So you're kind of relying on...
Yeah, it gives everybody the chance then, doesn't it?
Yeah, so...
And it's a bit different, like it's a bit varied, that.
Yeah, so you from the last couple of days I've had, you're looking at around 80 to 100 points. Team points wins it.
Yeah.
Yes, but it just keeps everyone involved then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't give Nish too many ideas to overcomplicate it.
And then you do the obvious, like, nearest the pin on the par 3s.
And then everybody gets a multiple.
Longest drive on long goals.
Oh, yeah. You've got to do all that. Yeah, that's that. I think, actually, that, for me, is the thing that gives everybody the real chance. Because, I mean, we had the first year we did that, and it was Chris Oliver, wasn't it? Because they all rolled over. This is my brother-in-law, so they all rolled over. There were 4 par 3s. The first 3, nobody got anywhere near to get I think nobody even landed on the green at any of them, so just kept rolling over. And we got to the last one. We were in the lead group, I think. Yeah, we were in the lead group. Chris hit driver off the tee, and it just didn't hit it well, but it was a flat run up to the hole. and it trundled up to the
Oh
edge of
yeah,
the green.
that's always the case.
Yeah, and like we put the flag in, I was like, "There's
You drive
nobody."
par 3.
To be fair, Chris is great because he'll just go, "That's my driver distance, or that's what I'm hitting," and he's right. But why should it be a problem?
We played Holdsworth a couple of years ago, and you know the 17th, the little par 3 next to the water,
Yes, yeah.
or over the water. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
the nearest to pin, or it might be the 6th. No,
I think so.
15th, something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now.
My
I think
old
it's
man
16. Go on.
Hot one, and it skimmed across the water and landed right next to the hole, and he won it. It was ridiculous.
Everyone's got a chance.
But
Yeah, fair play. I like that. Yeah, but we're putting this thing in the green.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, we've got to put it in, but like I don't think you're gonna win this. Like somebody's gonna get that, and then you come in and did anybody get nearest to the green? I'm like, no. 18 quid, mate. It's all yours. You know.
another quite good one is a reasonably short par 4, maybe 300, 340, nearest to pin in 2.
Oh, hey, I like that. That's a good idea, isn't it?
Just mixes it up a little
I'm trying to
bit.
think, like, where would we do that? So we're going to do it Nostrum, aren't we? So where would we do
So,
that?
as
You
it
might
was,
have much. I'm not going to get it. Where's it?
No. Oh, Worsley, sorry. Yeah, no, Nostrum.
Part of
Sorry.
the-
We're not going to Nostrum, I should
Ah.
say. After that terrible
oh yeah,
experience
that
last
was
time.
average
awful, wasn't
at
it?
best.
The greens were all terrible.
Yeah,
and
the
then
bunkers
service
were in-
afterwards was...
And there's not a greenkeeper in sight,
No.
which is probably lucky for them if you're
If
playing.
I... then you goes on.
Have you regaled everyone with that story?
I haven't, actually.
Kill the greenskeeper.
It's not been brought up yet.
I remember that. Were you playing with us?
No, Jim wasn't there.
Regis failed second shot into the first. Greenskeeper's just going about his daily work,
yeah.
nice and steady. Nish fires one and hits him. He has to go home, this poor lad.
He was DJing that night and it couldn't work.
No way.
Oh, like, oh god. I went in the next day, gave him 50 quid. I was like, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, but it was an interesting one, that wasn't it? Because I think somebody had already
Did
hit.
we even shout?
No, I shouted.
Oh,
but
yes.
he had defenders on.
Ah, yeah.
And then he was like, but it was really interesting though, because I think Rob had already hit his second shot in, and he'd seen it land, and then he just carried on in the bunker, and I was like, I mean, I don't know what's the deal? Like, am I playing here or not? And I thought, it's I mean, because it was, the target was in my mind.
Yeah, it's
It's like I knew the water.
Oh, see a bit of water there, straight in it.
Yeah, it was weird. But then it was so Aaron, the head greenskeeper, like, collared us on the 6th, which goes downhill.
Yeah.
Came charging over. He was like, "Who's it? One of my lads?" And I was like, "I'm really sorry, it was me." And he was like, "Oh, who's got this or whatever?" He's like, "Oh, you remember?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he just calmed down straight away, didn't he? Because he was just like, "Oh, all right, okay, well, yeah." I mean, he's like,
ABC.
"Oh
Yeah.
yeah, God, yeah, don't be telling him." But yeah, it was like, "Oh God." So since then, obviously, we learned my lesson. It's like, I need to get the thumbs up from them before if they've got a thumb still left after I hit them last time. Yeah, that's not. It's funny that I was not got up yet. Yeah, that's now. So I think we've covered everything about what's good about society. And
Yeah, the only thing that
Yeah,
maybe I'd
that's it.
say, oh yeah, beer, loads of beer at dinner time makes the afternoon round more interesting.
Oh yeah, of course, because you play.
Because you play in the morning and then have a couple of pints
Yeah.
at dinner and then off you go again.
That's like skiing after you've had a skinful at lunchtime. You got to get down the slope, haven't you? Somehow.
I think what we look for though was like kind of courses that suited everyone, so that weren't too massively long or tight. Because obviously the varying abilities of everyone, you need it to be kind of happy round for everyone.
Yeah. Do you like put a thing where like a maximum each hole as well, where you just go look?
I think no,
You get like a 10,
but
just pick up.
yeah, people just pick up. You know what I mean? They're pretty.
Especially because you're doing
sensible
Stableford, aren't you? So
yeah. So once you get to like 8 or 9,
yeah,
there's no, you're not playing stroke play.
yeah, there's no benefit in you doing that. Just crack on and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and that's really what a society should be about: enjoying it, trying new courses, but not getting sort of disheartened with you playing a really tough course.
And also, you played it with people that you get on with.
Yeah,
You know, and it's a
good
really
crack.
good social thing.
Yeah,
I mean, usually a lot of the time, you got the course yourself, haven't you? They just blocked off
because
tea
you block
times.
off like 2 hours worth of tea time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it quite a lot when they've got society days, and it does look like great fun. And actually, when we saw some lads doing it, I think it was only about 10 of them or something like that, but they were having a great time.
Yeah.
They definitely enjoyed the 19th hole, didn't they? There's a lot
Well,
of
that's it,
beers.
you get warmed
So
down.
we-
You can't beat it.
There's a lot of beers being sunk. Yeah. Oh, fair enough. That's what you want. That's what you want. So I suppose I better get on to how our society is going to work and what we want to do. So, yes, Jim. Well, yeah.
Listening, Jim. You
The
might
reveal.
learn something.
The reveal. So the way we're going to look to do it is we're gonna have two different levels of membership. So it's going to be free because we're not really trying to make money out of it. However, we are going to offer people a fan membership if they want to. Maybe we'll call it only fans membership.
Oh god.
Which is
photo.
which is just like I would talk like a tenner a year or something like that. It's just it would help us with some admin, of course, because it is time consuming to do it, and we'd give people early access to booking as well. And every year that you're a member, you get a little token of membership. What do you think? You start by signing up for 3 fan memberships, or
Where do I sign, James?
he's got 2, one for each of the guns.
What is the time commitment on this? How many?
I don't think we'll end up doing more than 2 events a year, really. Let's be honest. Everybody's got,
I'm happy with that.
If you're looking at playing,
you know,
The organisation for more than that will be quite.
it's too much.
Time-consuming.
Yeah. And it's also we're potentially looking at playing. Well, we are. Our objective is to play some top 100 courses because the whole point is to open up these courses.
So it's going to be quite costly affair.
Yeah, so you could be looking at, even with a group booking, it still could be just for the golf is £100. So we want to add a bit of the value added stuff as well. So, we want to get range balls in there for people. We want to get maybe group lessons. I don't know, but inevitably always have some kind
maybe
of
like a
coffee.
bacon butty.
Yeah, always coffee and bacon rolls. There's always maybe some food afterwards,
Yeah.
and in fact, we'd want to do that really.
And then depending on where you're going, is there any discount on rooms at the place or nearby, or you might want to make a weekend of it with your family. I mean, you wouldn't want to spoil it, but
yeah, true. But all of that stuff will be open for people to decide on. I think we want to keep it as
So it's you two.
accessible as excuse me, having to go play golf.
So
Yeah,
you two.
That's it.
What?
God, you need a mediator.
So I think that's what we're intending on doing. We're probably looking at Andy's going to help sort out the first event, which will be somewhere near, and it probably won't be a top 100 course, will it? Because it'll be the first event we're doing.
Feel the water,
Yeah.
like introduce people to each other, get them hooked on our witty banter and electric company.
Yeah, hook me straight away.
Yeah, that's it.
Years ago, that was-
You just how could you not be near these fun magnets? How could you not?
That's what we call.
That's touche. Yeah, I think we'd like to. My objective is definitely to do some of the value added. So if it is things like we're going away somewhere in North Wales, I'm going to use it as an example, Conway, for example. It's got a very good reputation.
Yeah.
It's not on our list, but very highly regarded course. Hour and a half-ish drive, 2 hours drive away. We can go there. We're going to stay somewhere overnight. Families are welcome, all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
a good appeal for the families as well.
Yeah. And that smooths the path.
If you played the course on the Friday, you could stay till the Saturday, have
Correct.
a day out with the family.
It smooths the path for people booking as well, right? Because then you go, actually, I can't get the time out.
And we have to be realistic that you won't get a site on a Saturday
Correct.
or a Sunday.
It's not going to happen. Yeah. That's all. It's got to be midweek, hasn't it? So I think Friday's usually going to be a day, really, isn't it, to do that? So there'll be a lot of people working from home that day. So one of the things we will do is we'll let everybody update preferences about whether they like going away on weekends or keep it local, all that kind of thing. So it'll help us filter people a little bit. But also, we touched upon the trouble with handicaps, right? So we've got 2 issues with handicap. One is just the fairness of where you're at for the competition. Now, actually, does it matter? Because
no, it's not about the winning or losing.
However,
It's However, some people might not see it like that.
Judging by that group chat, I wish I should have saved some screenshots or something, but I was just like, what is going on? What people were losing their shit.
You kept forwarding the messages onto me, even though I'd left the group.
Honestly, people were losing their shit about the handicap, and I was like, this is losing the spirit of the day. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but there might be some courses where you need to have a handicap. So,
is anyone good on Photoshop?
yeah, here's a screenshot. Oh, can you just show us? No, that's the screenshot. My phone battery's run out. Initially, certainly, most of the people who are going to be joining, fingers crossed, we're going to know them. We can try and figure out some way of helping you get that.
Pretty sure that some courses would be quite accommodating.
I think most courses would be,
it's not as...
I've certainly, so far, I've never been asked to produce a handicap certificate, and I've, as we all know, I have played Royal Birkdale. We need to have one there. We need to have one at SNA. Nobody's ever asked. So...
Going to tournaments and there's a different...
Yeah, I think they're becoming a bit more in tune with the 21st century now, golf clubs, aren't they? Rather than the archaic ways that they were run.
Yeah, getting their slowly out there. Yeah, they're just picking up on it. And I think actually the handicap certificate, it's like a catch-all phrase, isn't it? I think it's designed to get people to self-filter.
So scare people off.
Right?
The wrong type of person kind of
That's it. So somebody just rocks, which I suppose, again, that's a bit of an archaic way of looking at it. But it's probably just to get people to go, oh, no, better not.
Can't go there.
Discriminatory against the
exactly.
shit players.
I've never been asked to produce a handicap certificate.
And so you've formulated this idea of the Golf Society. I mean, it's progressing. You got a name? Did they name?
Yeah, they all. And usually they've got quite a funny pun-based name, don't they? I don't know what they're
We'll have to work on that.
Oh, yeah, you haven't got an idea?
No.
It's
very much in its infancy, this, Jim.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for this.
In that, I wanted to get Andy on the podcast and he said, we're going to do it. Do a society, right?
Do a society. Oh, good name. Off the cuff. You must have thought.
I think
it will
be...
Yeah.
I think we'll get a good number of people that we know who will say, I'm interested in finding out. I'm waiting the question. And I think we'll get, as evidenced by, Mark, who's the episode that was today, he's an avid listener, he's playing top 100 courses. I think we'll get a few people who will just say, actually, this might be a good way of getting on, because it's not costing anything, it's just an event you can buy up for, in advance, and we can obviously promote it and let people know, and it's nice to meet people, actually, just kind of,
It'd be interesting to see if this gets any traction as well, whether any of the courses come to you and say, we've heard about your society and we'd love you to
there is a place I think might do that, but I suppose we'll maybe reveal that a little bit later on. But we've got a very, very friendly Welsh reception from one of the courses we're playing in March.
There's a clue, Jim.
Yeah, they were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We got manager of the club was emailing, got chairman of the membership was to come and play with us, and I was supposed to say the name of the club is Abu Dhabi Golf Club. Absolutely brilliant, Abu Dhabi Golf Club. They're so good. And that weekend as well, we're staying in Abu Dhabi, and our the back, it overlooks the 18th green. And today I found out that the lady who's the secretary was emailing me to let me know all this information. It's her friend who's a member at the club, it's her house. So yeah, Airbnb's it. We're like, all right, okay.
Imagine you stick a ball through the window. I wish you'd be able to get
I think I'll be...
throw that ball back.
I think I'll be putting up to the approach on the 18th day, just to make sure. I was like, yeah, we're a lovely, friendly bunch.
Yeah, but to be sensible on the 19th, you bring kids with you.
Wow, but we're staying. Oh, no, I suppose that night we're not staying there, are we? But yeah, but honestly, such a lovely, warm welcome, and it really did take me by surprise. Actually, everybody's been great. That's not denigrating anybody else, but this was above and beyond. And actually, again, we've spoken in other episodes about the difference in when we went to Moortown. Eddie was so good. when we went to SNA, the pro there wasn't very friendly and it kind of immediately put us on guard. I'm really looking forward to playing Abu Dhabi just off the back of that.
It makes me more nervous because I'm actually playing these 2 rounds. So Abu Dhabi and Royal St. David's as well.
St. David's, yeah.
So it was part of the WhatsApp chat. It's like, who's
Chairman of membership.
Chairman of membership is he's happy to come and play with you, and he said, "What do you think?" And you and Chris were over there. Yeah, this is amazing. We've got somebody who knows the balls inside out.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my god, no! I thought this was like a friendly game, like we're ready to fail, and now I've got the pressure. I need to get out to the driving range and start practicing now. But that's not a bad thing. But and I said no, I'd rather it was just a. This is the go. You'll be fine. It'll all be fine. I'm taking the piss. You can't turn down this opportunity for somebody for a golf club that is going out of their way to make you feel welcome.
You don't know this, but I went round to Chris's and I was like, "You read Jim's message?" He was like, "Yeah, I went."
You went round.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, I went round because I need to drop something else off." But as I was chatting,
you're making a big deal out of
it.
As I was chatting, I was like, "I'm really bad because I've invited him to come and play. Then we're just going to go, oh no, sorry mate, if he feels uncomfortable." So then we were like, well, the compromise is just play Royal St. David's, sack Abu Dhabi off. I was like, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah,
really nice. I was
that makes me really excited as well. Being a novice and just.
He's only the chairman of
oh right, we have
He's only the chairman of memberships. He's not like Tiger Woods. He's not going to.
No. I don't want to be.
I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. That he's like, I know everything about the club and its history and all that. So I'll be able to tell you all of that. That'd be nice to take our mind off the golf, learn about the history of the club.
Is it a links?
It's a links, yeah. It's you obviously know Royal St. David, so that's like Harlech Castle and that kind of thing. But around that area, people say that Abu Dhabi is a better course. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of variety in it because I think some of the hidden behind dunes and things like that, so it doesn't get the full it's exposed to the elements treatment kind of thing. But all reports are prior to, and obviously it's been verified now because it's happened to us. But all reports are that it's like one of the friendliest golf clubs around. So
and that goes a long way, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
You know what I mean?
Really looking forward.
Enhances the experience.
Yeah. It enhances it tremendously. Yeah, we're buzzing about it. Absolutely buzzing about it. And I sent Jim a message just going, "So it must feel like being a bit of a minor celebrity or something." He was like, "You're not." I'm like, yeah, I get it, but
you're paid for the round.
It was like,
yeah.
whole day yesterday, I was like, "This is amazing. How good is this that we've got that?" And that comes off the back of, a week ago getting invited to play Carnoustie by somebody who listens. It's just like, this is amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, if anyone who listens can improve my golf game, just give us a shout.
Yeah. Name an inland course with no water. I think we need that. Okay. So what we'll do is if and when people are signed up, we'll then post events on the website, and that'll be the kind of hub.
I think it will be. We'll try and keep it sort of summertime as well, spring.
Yeah,
summer.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think winter society golf is very attractive.
I don't think anybody really wants to do that, do they? You're not trudging through and playing off mats and stuff like that. You just don't want to be doing any of that.
Winter greens and
fair weather golf, I think we'll do.
Absolutely.
I agree. So, right, great. Well, we will get all of those details on the website. They should be up by the time this gets broadcast. Broadcast? It's not the right word. Released. Yeah.
Podcasted.
Gets podcasted. And that's on our website, which is top110.co.uk. And you can sign up straight away. We probably won't have details of the first session because we don't really know what we're doing with that. That's a general comment, not about the event. But we don't know what we're doing.
I need to look at a list, really, don't we? Of the top 100 courses.
Do you know what the one that jumped out at me initially was? Because I know they're okay.
Well, we did say the
Delamere.
Yes.
And Delamere is it's less than 20 miles distance-wise from here. I've played there before, and it's a gorgeous course. Playable all year round. There's no issues with mats and anything like that. Drains really well, all that kind of thing. And they are welcoming of societies, so that could be a really good shout. I know somebody who's a member there, Dan's mate.
We did mention about just putting our toe in the water, didn't we?
Maybe it was something not 100.
Yeah, just to get wet people's whistles.
Yeah, good idea.
Get used to the format and then you fine tune it.
There is
I
no
guess
format, it's fun. So it
It's
is.
on the fly, Jim. We just make it up as we go along.
Right, you're off 8. You're off, like you just getting there, you're off scratch, mate. For all of that. I've not played for 25 years. Got a picture of you
You
here.
post it on Instagram
Oh,
every
picture of
2
you.
months.
Celtic Manor, mate, of all places. Yeah. Yes, we'll do that. Yeah, let's just see how it goes, really.
Yeah.
I think as with the top 100, we're just winging it.
Yes.
To see what happens. It all came about, I suppose, for me from, I think it was driven by your question, Andy, about, are you going to invite other people?
Mm.
And then there are a few people who sort of said, well, what
If you're down our way, give us a shout.
yeah, or
Do you regret asking that question there? Now you've been dragged into this. Because believe me, you don't
It's
know
all
what's going to happen.
consuming.
It will be.
kicking and screaming.
You'll get messages 20 times a day.
I do have quite a bit of time on my hands. So we'll
In between all the charity work.
yeah, of course, mate, of course.
Yeah, let's just do it and see what happens. What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen?
No
Nobody wants
one
to
turns
play,
up
and we don't do anything.
and we
So
just
it's
play
fine.
ourselves.
I don't think that'll happen. I think people get involved. And I think looking at some of the websites, it appears that probably hovering around 30 to 40 of them are welcoming towards societies. Whether we end up playing all of them, of course, is then a separate matter because distances come into it.
Yeah.
We won't necessarily be going down to Kent or whatever, but it'd be more stuff near us. But then also, it might not be something that necessarily they're open to societies. It might just be that we can block books and tea times. There might be one like in a couple of years after we've got a bit of momentum going. We have a relationship with a good course, some like really marquee course somewhere, and we just go with Wentworth. I definitely know how that cultivating that relationship. If you come on, Nick, get us onto Wentworth. Actually, Chris got an email back from Trump International in Aberdeen, and he said that they were pretty. I think they put him onto the marketing manager or something.
That's it.
I know.
Don't say anything about Trump.
It means we need to.
That was your question, actually.
Mm.
You
Little red dot through that window.
Yeah.
Boom, Jim goes face down.
If you were here, I would have voted for you.
It was definitely. But I can change the. So what they're not going to be really listening to the podcast. They're going to be looking at the transcripts that I put on the website. Anyway, Andy, thanks for coming.
No problem.
That was
Thanks
a real
for having
pleasure.
me.
And we're going to obviously hear from you more anyway.
All right, okay.
In
That's nice.
in your capacity as
Yeah.
our social secretary, I suppose. It's good, isn't
Big
it?
title, isn't it? Big title.
Not chairman of the Golf Society?
Nah, not that good yet, Jim.
No. There's only one. There's only room for one chairman in this organisation.
Wondering on those.
Chris, with his coach. And then the last thing from me is, well, obviously get onto the website and information will be on there. And the last thing for me is to just to kind of share the podcast, follow it. It's having a really, really great effect now. It's been lovely to chat to people who are listening and get them on, and the fact that we're just getting people contacting us now out of the
People that are interested in a journey, then that sounds really corny. We said it's a journey, but it is.
It's not like you're on the bloody one of them shows that Ant and Dec do. It's a journey, Simon.
Well, it's not for me, but it's for that.
What's your sob story?
Been on the had a tough life.
Yeah.
Had a tough life. I ran out of red wine the other day.
But I've been singing since I was 6 months old.
I found that music was me way out of it all. Yeah.
Whatever.
It's always something like that. You have to have a sob story, I think.
Definitely.
Well, you need one, otherwise nobody's going to listen to you. Even if
You're not getting anywhere if you go on there as a multi-millionaire.
I'd love somebody to just rock up and just go, my dad's an absolute multi-millionaire. I've never worked a day in my life, and all I had to do all day was sing. That's why I'm here. No one's going to know, and it's going to be like, oh, there we go. We want to see him fail or her fail. But yeah, please do share it. It's absolutely wonderful, and it's nice to hear from random people. Somebody on the school run stopped me the other day. They knew of me, and I knew them. But they were like, "Oh, how's your podcast going?" I didn't even know you listened. But so
was he wearing a dry robe?
basically,
And Crocs.
what I'm saying is, if you share it and it gets spread out more, it feeds my ego. That's what I'm saying. So please do.
Please don't get in contact because he's going to need a bigger house.
Yeah.
I actually do, because he needs to buy a bigger house, and you can help that.
think we need to upgrade the studio, don't we?
Get a little bar in the garden.
Still determined to try and see if I can figure out how to get a golf sim in this house somehow. We have an episode coming up. A young chap called Ellis Cornell, who's the Cheshire Under-16 champion. He had one in his house. So I was expecting, as we went to go and interview him, I was expecting to go into a basement and it'll be in there, or like out building in the garden or something like that. So his dad, dead nice guy, started taking photos of him. Oh, we're upstairs. I was like, oh right, okay, this was a bit odd. But it was on the top floor. They got big old Victorian terrace with really high ceilings, and it was just a bedroom. It was probably the size of this kitchen, and he had the simulator set up in there. I mean, in a confined space, a driver is bloody loud. When it all just reverberates, I was like,
it's like a gunshot.
Yeah, it was pretty. I mean, not when I hit it, but certainly when Ellis hit it, yeah, it was.
So they had to kick one of the kids out and they're sleeping outside.
Yeah.
Just so they could put this golf simulator out.
Listen,
I mean, I know you'd have no qualms with doing that with
everybody needs to make a sacrifice.
He's got to make it so his brother can come back and they can move to a bigger house. So the pressure's on.
I'll tell you what, this kid was so grounded. Like, he kept saying, you know, I appreciate.
Spoil the episode.
Oh no, I think we'll have actually. This is probably going to go after.
Right.
But he kept saying, you know, I'm really appreciative of what my mum and dad have sacrificed for me to be where I am. So, you know, I'm really determined to. Well, yeah, we've had like an unbelievable insight into that part of the game, really, because you see all the people who've made it. You see all the people who are doing hole-in-ones over the top of their house and all that sort of stuff. Is that grassroots struggle?
It's a graft. My cousin, who's a few years younger than us, and he was a really good golfer, scratch golfer, made a lot of sacrifices to get there, as did my auntie and uncle. Didn't quite make it. It's so competitive, and
you can be a lot of money down the drain as well at that point, can't you? You know, if you're dependent on how it's been funded.
When you call it as well, isn't it? Because you see these people on like the DP World Tour and they're like ranked 400 in the world and they win one tournament on that, and that gets them the card.
Yeah,
so
that's all they want. They just want to get
watching
that
like the DP World Tour at the end of the season last year, and it was like 140 places, and they were moving up and down all the time. And if you dropped off that, you go on to like, is it the Sunshine Tour or something? I don't.
That's
yeah.
That's quite good to me.
Sunshine. Get on the sunshine.
But it's like, oh, you have to go back to Q school.
Right. Okay.
So when you get to like 45, 50,
yeah,
having to redo Q school sounds
pretty brutal, isn't it? That?
Sounds hard work.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you, Andrew.
No problem.
£5 man. And the
Where's
rest.
that come from?
That came from a trip to Newquay when we were, well, a lot younger than we are now.
A lot younger than we are, yeah.
And it was the result of a conversation in the kebab shop between myself and the kebab owner.
Love it. Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
No problem.
Until next time, the top 110 golf.